Well, with respect to Paul Craig and Andre Muniz, two of the recent victims for Brendan Allen, this is the biggest submission threat right now in the UFC's middleweight division. Top contender Brendan Allen. He has won 6 consecutive fights. He has been rewarded with UFC main events. He has won those fights. And a lot of people believe the top guys don't necessarily want to fight Brendan Allen because of the danger factor on the ground. Trains out of Kill Cliff FC, forging himself, building himself up, training alongside high-level strikers every day. Seems right now, as we look at Brendan Allen, 28 years of age, it's an eventuality that one day he will fight for the world title. All right, so here's the world beater, Khamzat Chimaev, wicked relevant in 2 divisions. Every time he sees you, he tries to take you down. Gotta think he's gonna try to wrestle here tonight.
That's exactly what he does, right? He wants to impose himself on his opponents. He wants to show his dominance when he's inside the octagon, whether it's on the ground in the grappling, as we saw in Kevin Holland, or whether it's him striking, as we have seen in the beginning of his UFC career. He has all the skills, but it's the mindset of Khamzat Chimaev that separates him from most fighters in both weight classes that he competes in.
And with respect to Conor McGregor and everybody else, I'm not sure that any athlete has ever taken this sport by storm quite the way Chimaev did back in 2020. Let's see how he fares in another big spot tonight. All right, now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here once more is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Brendan All-In Allen. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
Herbert Dean's in the building. He's the 3rd man in the octagon tonight.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go, round 1, and a lot of eyeballs on Brendan Allen here tonight, representing Kill Cliff FC in South Florida and the great state of Louisiana. 5 of his last 6 wins have come by rear naked choke, and that is something that his opposition is certainly mindful of here tonight. But there's nowhere to...
Guillotine jump! You better protect the neck when you fight this guy because he's got the guillotine locked in. But if he wants to finish, he's got to lock that guard and drive his hips up into his opponent.
Ooh, sorry to cut you off, but he got out.
What a great job attacking the lock, rolling to your back, giving up the mount. He chose a much worse position over giving up that submission.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Brendan Allen.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Chimaev's in half guard now.
Now he's going full mount. He's got to start throwing down. Just got to be careful here.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Nicely done. Good, solid strike on the ground.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Khamzat Chimaev.
Big ground and pound. Nice shot there by the champ.
Allen's right back to the full mount here.
He's setting up a submission attempt.
Oh, that looks tight to me. It's locked in. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Man, submission defense is a powerful thing. Offense keeps going for it. Defenders held up every step of the way.
Yeah, the defense have done a great job just making sure he leaves nothing long, no submission attempts. Even when they get him, he continues to stay calm and patient, and he's defending these submissions.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Chimaev.
Great job that round. You won clearly. Take a deep breath and relax. Look at him over there. He's like a piece of meat. He's beat up. Let's go out there and look for the finish. I want you to chill.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, and for all the good that he did in that round, it was the punching that really led to him really taking control of the fight. He did a great job finding his shot over and over again.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, second round underway. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Just out of range with the big right hand.
Let's keep it up.
Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, and the submission defense wins this transition.
Lands with the ground and pound here.
Changing the position. Big right hook there by the champ.
All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. Making all these shots count. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Allen. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by Khamzat Chimaev. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Chimaev going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions.
And there you go. Again, half guard. Oh, right into mount.
Nice positional control here.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, spending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. reversal is not fought. He's got to be careful here.
Chimaev's really pressing now, and he's got his opponent's belly flat on the mat.
Take a deep breath and recover. Excellent job. This round, let's really put an emphasis on our jiu-jitsu.
All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground, DC. Talk us through the highlight.
Yeah, man, you see two high-level grapplers going after it. One guy gets an advantage, the other guy always has a response. We thought it was over. A lesser opponent would have been submitted, but these two are two of the best grapplers in the entire UFC. Good jab there by the champion.
Hook to the head there by Khamzat Chimaev. Looking to land the leg kick now. Shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot made him hurt. Oh, he passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
BA's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter. There it is. Now he's going to mount. This is where he wants to be.
We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Chimaev's in half guard. The ground strikes starting to pile up. Under 2 minutes to go in round 3.
Good work, guys. Come on.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Allen. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Oh, he's got his back. Allen's is able to flatten him out now. This could be real trouble now. Lands with the ground and pound.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Chimaev's in half guard. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
All right, sit down. Deep breaths. Breathe. Slow that heart rate down. You're not tired. I don't care. You're going to get out there and you're going to work. You train.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. Fourth round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The fourth round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a real test of your will and desire to win a fight.
Misses on the uppercut there.
It's okay.
guillotine.
Oh, looks like he's countering here with maybe a Von Flue. He's got the side mount. Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Side control now.
Getting them out here.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Great job landing from the top position. He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently. Nice transition. Great submission defense on display tonight.
BA's back in side control. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Allen.
You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just got to move.
Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight. Great defense by this fighter.
Under a minute to go. Takes his back now. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Brendan Allen's back to the north-south.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Another ground and pound strike gets home. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up.
Just like we did in the gym, we're gonna have to switch it up. I want you to go out there.
All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round forthcoming. Nice job to block the strike there and then counters with an effective hook. So a nice sequence on the feet there by Khamzat Chimaev.
Big shot to the head. Now he touches him with the left.
Nice crack there. Nice jab. All right, so the commitment to the takedown pays off after several failed. Allen's trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
And attacking armbar.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, getting late in the fight. It has been all action to this point as we go down the wire. Could be anybody.
And now, I think he's looking for a submission. He's going to start to chase the arm triangle.
Oh, he's got it locked in tight now. Oh, that's got to be it. I don't know.
That's in so deep.
Work, I'm gonna
Oh, my
stand this
goodness.
Oh, he gets out.
He was able to get his momentum going back towards his opponent and back in the opposite direction to get his hips back and his chest down towards the mat.
And you just spilled your popcorn all over the broadcast
absolutely
tape.
did, John. You know I love popcorn.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Chimaev's back in half guard, very comfortable here. All right, well, he's got him softened up here.
Nice defense. now he's in side control.
90 seconds to go to decide this one.
Let's go. We got a scramble here.
Oh, slick reversal right there.
Work.
All right, so we can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Chimaev's back to the side control now.
He's in the mount. That was nice.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Chimaev's eye is closing up now. Not good for him. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is a majority draw.
All right, so there he is, the still UFC middleweight champion of the world. He has retained this title at 185 pounds for some time and showing no signs of slowing down, DC.
This is a weight that hasn't had many middleweight champions. Anderson Silva reigned for so long.